Cheeky Richo's Dolphin Ice Cream Cake. Hi and welcome to Cheeky Richo's Ice Cream Cake. We'll be making the cake with a layer of cake, a layer of flavoured ice cream and a topping. The ingredients are in the recipe box below and scrolling as I speak, so let's get started. I'll show you how to do these 3 layers in 3 different steps to simplify. Preheat our oven to 180 degrees. Grease a springform pan and lining the base of that pan with some baking paper. This will facilitate easy removal of the cake when it is prepared. Just put that to one side and now it's on to our cake. Okay, to our melted butter we're just going to add our vanilla paste that we have made in a different video. I've showed you how to make that, so just mix that in with our melted butter and we're going to combine it with our eggs, milk and brown sugar and flour in the ThermoChef jug. Okay, it's our butter and vanilla paste into the ThermoChef jug, our brown sugar, our egg, milk and our self-raising flour which has been sifted. Speed 3 for 30 seconds. Okay, this is what you should have. We're just going to scrape down the sides. We just pour our batter into our prepared pan. There's little flecks of the vanilla paste in there. That will give it the illusion of sand and that will become more apparent later in the video. It's not a large cake mix, it's only quite small because we only want it to be the base of our ice cream cake. Okay, just spread your cake batter around to the edges. In fact, if you can make a little dent in the centre of it, it would be better because if it rises, it will rise in the centre and you are better off having as flat a surface as possible. Okay, into the oven we go for about 15 to 20 minutes until it springs back lightly when touched in the centre. And as always, pop it onto a baking tray because it is a springform pan and if there is any spillage it will be collected on the tray and not in the bottom of your oven. Okay, after 20 minutes our cake is hot from the oven and we're just going to allow it to cool before we go on to our next step. Okay, now we're going to make our jelly, which is going to be like water. We're using 2 different coloured blues. One is Blue Heaven, the other is Berry Blue. They are both sold in little packages like so. What we're going to do is chop the top off and we're going to remove a couple of teaspoons of jelly from each. So just a couple of teaspoons and put it to one side. About that much. Pour the remainder into a bowl. Add our boiling water. Mix that all around to dissolve it. We want that completely dissolved before we add any cold water. Now we'll just take another couple of teaspoons out of our other blue, which is a lot lighter. Okay. So you should have 2 different coloured blues, a lighter and a darker. One's more green or aqua than the other. Okay, now our sugar and gelatin is completely dissolved. We're going to add our cold water now. Mix that all around and we're going to set this in the fridge. Now this will be a much firmer set than regular jelly because we've reduced the water quantity and that's what we're going to need for our dolphin ice cream cake. So once that's well combined, we just pour that into a flat container and put it into the fridge to set. Why not just splash it if you can help it. Put that aside. No need to wash the bowl, we're just going to put our boiling water into the bowl. Add our other jelly crystals. It's had the 2 teaspoons of jelly removed from it, jelly crystals or jello removed from it, and stir that all around. Well dissolved. Okay, that's well dissolved now. We're just going to add our cold water and the same thing, put that into a flat dish once it's all combined. You have 2 different coloured jellies here. One is a more greeny colour, more aqua, and this is more a brighter blue, probably deeper water. It will be mixed together in chunks to simulate the ocean. So into the fridge they go when they've cooled enough and that will be completely set. Our well-chilled cake just gets slid back into the centre of that and we'll just pop it in the freezer while we prepare our ice cream. Now we just have some vanilla ice cream. We're going to get a couple of spoons of this and flavour it with our blue jelly and it's going to be rippled through our balance of our ice cream. So you just want to let this soften a little so it's a lot easier to manage. Pop it into a bowl. As you can see, it's softened up a bit and we're just going to sprinkle some of our blue jelly onto there, our blue jelly crystals, and mash it all around. And this is what you should have. It's very flavoured and it also has a little blue flecks in it. You could use blue colouring if you like, but this will add a nice flavour as well. Now our cake is out of the freezer. We're just going to spoon our ice cream into our cake. And we need to spread it down so it's quite flat. Now we put a little sprinkle of our jelly crystals, the lighter blue just over the top. And on with more of our ice cream. Now we want to make a hole in the centre of our ice cream cake. That's where our jelly is going to go. Okay, that's what you should have. You can see that there's a ridge around the inside there of the thickness of the outer rim. Can you see that? Don't worry about it being too fancy because it's going to be filled up with chunks of jelly with dolphins jumping out of it. And you know the mess they make. Now we've got our blue coloured jelly flavoured ice cream. We're just going to drizzle that around the edge, sort of like little waves. You could pipe it if you like, but I don't have a piping bag here where I am. You just spoon it around the outside so you get the idea. And that goes back into the freezer. Sort of like a sea foamy colour, isn't it? Okay, so you've got a layer of blue water, white water, and the jelly crystals. Back into the freezer to set completely. Just cut our dolphin off there. Give his nose a bit of a trim. He's a bottle-nosed dolphin, so he's got to have a bottle-nosed nose. And he's a happy dolphin, so we're going to give him a mouth. Go right through to there. So far so good. Now this will oxidise a little bit, and when it does it'll go a bit brown, and we're going to give him some eyes and a little breathing hole up the top there. Just a sharp knife. Now we're just cutting up a little black tube to make some eyes for our dolphin. You could use licorice or cloves or any dark coloured sweet. Okay, just cut it to size and poke it into the little dent that you've made. There you go. Do the same on the other side. There you have it. It's flush. You can see from the top. And there we have a respectable little pod of banana dolphins ready for our ice cream cake. Just cut our marshmallows into little pieces, and we're going to make the jelly crystals stick to the sticky parts of the marshmallow for bits of sea foam. Our jelly into little cubes. We've got two different coloured jellies, and now we're just going to scoop them out with a egg slice or a spatula and just drop our cubes willy-nilly into the middle. We're going to mix these cubes up. These are square, the next ones are going to be diagonal so that they simulate waves. Just cut our other jelly into diagonals and pop it into the freezer. Now we just move our surf to one side, pop in a dolphin, scoop in some of our jelly, another dolphin, some more of our jelly, just pile it nice and high there. A couple more cubes of our lighter blue or aqua green jelly. A couple of our torn up marshmallows just to simulate sea foam. Get it off your fingers, that is. And there you have it. Just release the side and remove it. Slide our cake off the base. Peel our ice cream off the outside. A bit of help there. Really wants to stick. Cheeky Richo's ice cream dolphin cake. If you would like to see more interesting recipes and ideas, just check out our Cheeky Richo channel. And don't forget to please subscribe. And do come back and visit us again soon. We have so much more to show you, and we're uploading lots of videos every week. And thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day. Now we've just got a couple of marshmallows. We've just dipped in our jelly crystals. We're just going to pop those around the edge. Just some chocolate rocks. Cheeky Richo's dolphin ice cream cake. Just sprinkle a little of our leftover jelly crystals, put it a little bit like ice over the top, darken in colour and run down the sides a little bit. Check out this little dolphin outside watching everything I'm doing. And there you have it, Cheeky Rich's dolphin ice cream cake. Let's cut this dolphin ice cream cake, shall we? Just with a sharp knife. Taste, shall we? Thanks for watching.